Hello, everyone out there, and welcome to Speed Gaming Prime for this Link to the Past randomizer match. We have a hype one for you today. We've got Andy of PugTrio versus Blaine of Error 216. My name is Tyler Salt. I am joined in the booth by Nitro 6003. Nitro, how are you doing tonight?
I'm great, Tyler. Looking forward to this matchup between these two powerhouses in this mass MC Shuffle hard mode, and should be a good one.
Yeah, two powerhouses is right. Andy, of course, a former main tournament champion. Blaine, the runner-up in the most recent Speed Gaming Live, I do believe. And so these two have been around for a long time. Two of the game's best coming at you for this matchup today. Really, really excited to see this one. Hard item pool, which means 14 hearts max, no mail upgrades, tempered max, no silvers. And you've got maps and compasses shuffled. It's got a little extra value in dungeons for you.
Yeah, which is really nice. So we won't know what's what until we get some maps or talk to the big bomb dude or Saha. Those are probably good choices to make.
Error 216 is up 1-0. Here, Big Dunka defeated Futon in the in their first race in game 1. This is game 2.
We'll see where these two decide to start, and we're underway. Both nope, Andy's starting at his house, and Era's starting in Sanctuary.
Yep, Big 20 in Link's house, a compass there in Sanctuary as our runners get started. Auntie starting out with the Dirty Uncle route. There you go. Wayne headed off to the Lost Woods, wants no part of a lumberjack check this early on.
Yeah, without boots and stuff, there's really no need to check that right now. $20 on Uncle.
I think it's his allowance from his dying uncle. That's what he's really concerned about.
And we learned that tier 1 tree poles are small magic jars, which is nice.
And it was 5 rupees from the bush crab. And Blaine gets some bombs there in the forest drop down, so he can head on into Kakarika Village. Andy's got 65 rupees, so he'll get those bombs, but he'd be able to buy bombs if he wanted as well.
Yeah, I mean, you try to wait as long as possible to buy your bomb,
Sure.
but definitely gives him the option. Let's see if he checks lumberjack or not. I'm going to say no.
Nope. Well, it's no part of that. Maybe wait until we get the boots, or we get a couple pieces of Aga progression, a sword, a lamp, that sort of thing. But Blaine heads into Blind's hut here to start our Kakariko swing.
Let's see if Blind was a good thief here today or not.
There's a sword like that. Andy decided to go up and get that money from the bush crab, and he's going to have, as a result, he's going to have bottle vendor money, and it's going to be close for Blaine. He's going to need to find some rupees in the well over and above the 20 that are just sitting there in order to have bottle money on his first trip through.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to Scott G239, who is our tracker today, pushing the buttons so everybody keeps track of what has been found. As Blaine finds his third compass of the seed already, 3 minutes in.
Sadly, in this mode, seeds compasses are kind of useless.
Hey, there's a moon pearl, but no bottle vendor money for Blaine. So he'll have to backtrack for that.
I mean, especially if you have flute early, it's really not that bad, unless the bottle vendor has the flute.
That's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, then it's bad. But otherwise, it's. I mean, you're in Kakariko so many times. It's really, you can always come back and check it later.
Buenas noches to our 10 raters from SpeedGaming Espanol.
All right, let's see what Sick Kid has today. Ooh, we got flippers.
All right. Eagle-eyed League fans might be like, "Wait, Blaine? I didn't think that Blaine was in the league," and that's true. He wasn't playing this season, but Error 216's Thalane had some real life stuff come up and had to drop out, which is unfortunate. But they were able to pick up some up and comer that nobody's ever heard of named Blaine to fill in. So. As Andy gets 300 rupees for his 100 rupees there.
And we are going to need to find those boots early because there is a glove on that lead there. We should be finding the boots pretty quickly, my guess.
Well, maybe those are mitts. They could be,
they certainly could.
Those are your go mode mitts right there.
Oh my god. That would be interesting too.
Wayne headed down to Dam.
So we're getting all the compasses, that's for sure.
It's too bad it's not Randomizer when they're actually helpful.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Especially boss shuffle, where they're really helpful and you know what bosses are where. But no, this is not boss shuffle in any way.
Andy sees that glove on Library, gonna peek at that piece of art on Race Game, save and quit, and I assume follow in Wayne's footsteps here. Free bottle with blue goo sitting there, 2 bottles already.
Nice. It's always nice to get those bottles early, especially ones with things in them, so you have a safety just in case something goes wrong.
All right. Oh, he's got a sword. Never mind. I was about to say 5-bomb mini Moldorm Cave. Could be a little hairy, but we've got a sword. It's fine.
And when the mini Moldorms cooperate, it's always nice too.
Yes. Didn't even need to do a spin. There's Arcane of Samaria and Cape in mini Moldorm Cave. Uh-oh. Aga intensifies there.
Yeah, that's especially with that glove or mitt, whatever it becomes later on the library. Definitely could be leaning towards Aga, but we still need a lamp to even put Aga into the logic. So I don't think our runners want to see that too fast.
Going to be interesting with those flippers. I assume we will see our runners take a look at the very least at Hobo, and we'll probably head up and check out Zora Ledge and the Waterfall Ferry. But Blaine nowhere close to Zora money yet. As we see Andy actually taking a left turn. Down there and headed. There's that big 300 though, but Blaine is saving and quitting from Ice Rod Cave. I'm not going to go directly up to the Zora area from there.
Well, by him doing the dam into Mini Moldorm Cave, it definitely isolates Agahnim for sure. So it's going to be a little more difficult for him to kind of route that in if there's anything important.
He's just saving and quitting and restarting from Link's house. As we see a map over on the island. Sounded like nothing much of it all at Agahnim. And Blaine is headed over to Hobo.
Yeah, I mean, swimming as always takes forever, so you just want to do it as quickly as possible.
Well, perfect swimming's faster than running, but perfect swimming is hard. So...
Yeah, let's see what our friend Hobo has today, though. Oh, it's the red boomerang.
It's the OK Boomerang. You love to see it.
I personally like the blue one better, but
well, we can't all be right.
No.
Blaine headed up to the Hyrule Castle sequence. Blaine was not interested with so close to Zora money. Blaine is putting off those Zora area checks until he can find 700 more rupees. It seems like, which makes sense.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to go there short.
Did I say 700? I meant 70.
You did, but that's okay too.
700 more would be fine as well, but 70 is what we mean. And Blaine will be able to save a little bit of time over Andy, doing a waiting to do Hyrule Castle instead of starting with the Uncle route. Now he's got a weapon or two, so he can go ahead and do the escape sequence here.
Yeah, and he could get all of it and see if the key is in the front or not.
Yeah, if he does find the key in the front, having that knowledge of the glove on library, I wouldn't be surprised if Blaine goes all the way through if he finds the key in the front and tries to do that whole thing in the dark. There is the key, so we're good.
And the maps are shuffled, so you get one extra item out of this wonderful dungeon here. So it makes it more enticing. So Andy, with the 700 rupees that you had just mentioned, is gonna probably go through Zora. So we'll see what Zora has for us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Andy on the season is 6-2 in league play, along with his teammates Futon and Solsky. They finished 10-4 in the Misery Mire division. They're facing off against Error 216. Of course, this, as I mentioned, this is Blaine's first league match. He's stepping in for Fellaine, who couldn't finish out the season due to some real life stuff, and is teamed up with Big Dunka 6-3 and Error Roar, a perfect 8-0.
Yeah. So we'll see how rusty he is, or the lack
I
thereof.
think he's fine.
Oh yeah,
Big Blaine is fine.
Yeah.
Rusty.
All right, let's see what's here. Oh, we got our first single rupee and a piece of heart in the Waterfall Fairy Cave.
And that's not going to help.
Nope. But he does have Zora money when he decides to go back up that way. And he will be able to complete the escape and get all the items out of here and see where he wants to go next.
Yeah, we'll see if he ends up going around. All right, so what were those slippers for? Are they going to lead to progression early? So far, nothing.
All right, let's see what the King Ripoff has today. 500 rupees for 3 bombs is really bad.
Welp, not that, so.
And there's another bottle.
And looks like Blaine is going all the way through to the back of Escape. Going to try to deal with the Key Rat in the dark over here.
And I'm sure Andy's going to follow his footsteps right now, go through Hyrule Castle, get his items out of there, full clear it, and move on. So we'll see where they go next after they both complete Hyrule Castle.
We see Blaine getting that Key Rat, taking him down, gets the key, and gets the door. Very good. Oh, all right, so there's a lamp, a glove-locked lamp. So that's really interesting. We'll see what else is coming. Aga intensifies a little bit here. Blaine is going to head over to the eastern area, it seems. Buying bombs first, maybe? No, he's going up to Zora now, of course.
Yeah.
I forgot that he didn't make it all the way up there.
So the question now is, there's some talks in chat, and But you know, we could have a fire rod in Saha's closet.
Yeah, Fire Rod in Saha or Eastern would do it. Fire Rod does get you all the way back through there. Boots would get you that glove, which would get you the lamp as well. Another glove could be over there to get you that lamp.
Yep.
But yeah, the Aga smells. The Aga smell is intensifying for sure.
Oh yeah.
And he's setting up the death warp.
And Blaine gonna get his 3 bombs for his 500 rupees and that trouble.
Yeah, so we're gonna see Andy's headed to Dark Cross. Presumably, we'll continue on to the back.
We'll assume he's going to. I mean, at this point, you know, these runners, they don't care about dark rooms anymore. So,
well, you can do it, but the question it's risk and reward. You know, it's always a risk reward situation, right? Like you know, is it worth doing the time? But Blaine is headed over to the Eastern Palace area. Gonna look into Saha's closet for sure. And then probably, I gotta say, with Map Compass Shuffle, you know, it makes all the dungeons a little bit more enticing as they play. Got 2 extra items in each of them.
Well, especially since you have, we've gotten a lot of compasses so far, so even more there as well.
Green Pendant at Swamp Palace, because of course it is.
I'm thinking Saha's closet. And Andy is going to the back of Escape. We'll get his lamp. And then probably follow Blaine to Eastern.
I would think. Not really anywhere else to go.
Unless he rushes Aga, which is...
Could rush Aga. Bit aggressive, I think, without hook shot, without mirror. But looks like we will be converging with our runners, converging over in the Eastern Palace area.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, certainly, than rushing Aga with 3 hearts, 4 hearts.
Ahead by approximately the amount of time it takes to do a bush crab and Agahnim and bottle vendor and walk to Uncle a second time. We have not seen Lumberjack yet. Neither of our runners checked it.
Yes, I've not seen the stun prize, which I'm kind of shocked on.
No real need for it quite yet. All right, 5 rupees. Chat is saying red rupees, son, which is really nice.
Oh, okay.
That's a top 5 Sun prize, I would say.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe top 3. Depends. Yeah, only way progression can be on the boss here is if we get the bow. A vanilla bow. Oh, no, we already have the big key. Never mind. So it could be a vanilla bow. Oh, there's our fire rod.
Yep.
Interesting.
So
that gets us our lamp.
Yeah.
Wayne picking up that money there in the rupee room before headed back to the vanilla big key chest.
Not a bad choice. You're
Now he's got pod money.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we're going to be heading up to Aga.
Yeah, unless this is the boots or the bow, I think we're headed to Aga here very shortly. And if it's the bow, we're going to be headed to Aga pretty quickly after, probably just going ahead and killing Armos Knights.
Yeah. Yep, I would agree with that.
Just some bombs in the big key chest. Blaine is out.
Now he has more checks, but I'm gonna bet that he's going to Aga now.
We know where one of the gloves is, right? So, and we're still 2 items away from Dark World access. So Aga's the play, right? Unless both Agina and the bottle vendor, which are the only 2 other checks. Oh, and Blaine saving and quitting there, not going through the play. He is going to go do Agina first. Had a little bit of a panic moment there.
Yeah. And we know that there's nothing at Agina from Andy checking, so Aga is the play at this point.
Aga's definitely the play. So get cold feet. I understand. It's like, oh man, I've got those 2 checks. But if this is the boots, right, that's a big thing. But we know it's not going to be. We know it's not going to be the big thing. But yeah, boots would get you that glove, which would lead up the mountain. Could potentially find hammer up there. So I see the play, right?
Yeah. If you're one that wants to avoid Aga at any cost, this is what you're doing. If you're okay with leaving 1 or 2 checks available, then it's the runner's preference at this point.
Especially with 2 items left to get to Dark World access, I think Aga's probably the play. But I'm not gonna. And looks like Blaine is also gonna go do bottle vendor first as well. Just making extra sure. But I think you're 2 items away. I'm not gonna kill anybody for putting off Aga until as late as possible, but I feel like Aga's the play here.
Yeah, and sadly, because in his mind, like you said, if it's the boots on this 1 check that he missed earlier, he could be like, oh my god, I'm sure Andy did not miss the boots here. I cannot risk that. But now he'll see that and know that Aga is the play, and there we go.
I wonder if Hydropower brings up an interesting question in chat, and it's that I know I have been confused in the past about whether the fire rod gets you in logic all the way to the back of escape. Like up until a couple of weeks ago, I didn't even know that there were torches in the sewer rooms. Like I knew that there were in the first 3 rooms, but there are torches in the 2 sewer rooms as well with the water, which I didn't even know. Like you never see them in any mode. Or just about, at least. And so I wonder if Blaine had a thought. I was like, oh wait, is this lamp even in logic? What am I missing? But it is. So this is the play. This is all that's left.
Yeah, exactly. I think as long as that small key is where it, in the front, I'm not 100% sure how that small key works, but I know if it's definitely in the front, everything in the back with Fire Rod is in logic. I don't know if it's Zelda Cell that gets locked by the second key or the back of the gate that gets
Zelda Cell.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, Zelda Cell is only in logic once you find the Hyrule Castle small key.
All right, let's see how many blue balls we get here.
Wayne, of course, a top-tier NMG runner, was the runner-up in the NMG tournament as well, to new teammate Error. Fighter Sword Aga Tower, not something you do in NMG, and it's not fun. Not fun, kids, let me tell you.
No, it is not. And that's another thing that they could have been technically looking for is, hey, maybe we get another sword or half magic or something that makes Aga Tower just a little nicer.
But as it is, Andy's going to be our first runner into the Dark World here. No blue balls from Aga 1 today.
Wow. And pod is really your only play when you get out of Aga at this point. You have nothing to get to the other side. So it's going to be major progression in pod at this point.
Yep, no glove, no hammer, no. We do have the flippers, but no hook shot. Pod is all that there is here.
The boy now a little bit behind Andy, but certainly, can, make up that time.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about that. You're behind a little bit, but they've made all the same checks. Andy, like a little bit more efficiently, it turns out. But way too many decisions yet to be made for that to matter. But the seed has been very linear so far.
It certainly has been. We haven't really gotten any go here to go there, and like I said, it's either in this first chest or somewhere in pod. There's the small key.
We continue on.
Please don't let the music fool you, folks, because this is MC Shuffle, so the dungeon music does not necessarily match what it is. So even though it's playing Dark World Crystal music, does not mean that it's actually a Crystal Dungeon.
Yep. When maps are shuffled, so is the music.
Now, they do both have bottles that they could use to do some potion glitches if they decide to do that, which I'm going to assume that they will at least go look over there. E for key. Because why not in pod?
Got to be at least 4 small keys in the front of pod.
Yep.
There was a heart container. Lots of mustache talk in chat. Andy having to be careful avoiding that fairy to get the potion camera unlock glitch here.
All right, well, let's see what's behind the bow. And just more small keys.
Yep.
So 2 items in the front, and that's all small keys.
Wouldn't bow be in logic before arriving at a forced pod? No, not necessarily. Pod is only bow, or the right side of a pod is only bow locked. But if there is a small key in the first chest, then more of pod is in logic.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really just the one small key and that $20 that's out of the logic at the moment.
And yeah, so the bow could be back here in pod for all that we know. What is going to be our progression here? My bet is hook shot.
I was just about to say hook shot or flute.
There's our third item. Of course, there are 7 items in here as opposed to the usual 5 because of the map compass shuffle.
It's the last small key to pod, that's for sure. So the rest will all be items. Oh, there's half magic.
Half magic.
Not
Dark maze.
progression.
Dark maze is the answer here.
Yeah. It'll be interesting if we got hammer and bow.
Hammer
right
and bow.
here.
Rude.
Oh,
There's our boots. Hey. So that's our glove on library. Let's see if there's anything else in here.
Oh, this is gonna be the big.
Got to be the big key.
Yep. So
Yeah.
we're doing the big chest. Oh, so it is that glove.
Just the boots. That's gross. Do Aga to get the boots out of the dark maze of pod to get the first glove on library. Amazing.
Oh, what a seed.
And then that glove by itself only opens up the old man and Spec Rock cave.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a progression on one of those next two. So it's
Or
like,
Bonk Rocks. We do have Bonk Rocks as well.
we have bonk rocks. Yep, I forgot about that. Yeah, this kid is
Usain Bolt there, the fastest guard in Hyrule.
Yeah, right. The red guards definitely get paid the most.
A lot of hustle on those guys. Andy picks up the glove from the library. Won't have to bring that back. They're just giving away the gloves. It's the books you have to bring back. We have catfish as well. And those boots open up lumberjack, so we'll get that check as well, too.
I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be a blind check, but
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, Quake Medallion.
Quake Medallion at Bonk Rocks. Wayne is death warping. Gonna go do the bow side chests next. It looks like.
Yeah, that would certainly be good for him.
If this is progression here, I'm betting hook shot or mirror for the. Oh, and it's the other glove, homemade beer. What are you doing? Get out of here! Burn the witch. That's outstanding. What a seed already.
Seed. Yeah.
Bwayne saving some time by doing the toughest hover that you actually see in the game. Oh, the fall.
That's 2 so far.
And he's out. So Bwayne, unfortunately, going to be giving back a little bit of time here to Andy. Going to do the potion camera unlock over here, get his out of logic small key and big 20 as we get the ice rod from the old man.
What a seed. Both gloves are boots locked.
That's incredible. Both gloves are boots locked and Dark World locked.
So since we have no swords or anything,
There's a flute.
And Andy's gonna just hover over there. Make it look easy.
There you go.
But that's the first green 20 that we've seen up on that ledge. So that also means that is probably one of our armor upgrades since we don't have
That's the only thing it can be at this point. Is one of the mail upgrades.
Yep. So that's our blue mail. Or a mail of some kind.
So Andy taking those mitts over to Bonk Rocks. Saving and quitting out of Spec Rock Cave makes sense, especially when you get the flute there. Save and quit, pick up this King's Tomb check, then go activate the flute, head right back up the mountain if you really want. But you don't want that because that doesn't get you anywhere. You're going to go to Meyer Shed instead.
Yep. I was about to say that's probably would be my next play. Would be either Meyer Shed or
What else are you gonna do? I guess. I mean, well, you could go into Village of Outcasts here.
Yeah, you could start.
Yeah.
You could definitely do Village of Outcasts and at least go into Thieves Town and probably.
Hey, I tell you what. If Meyer is Quake, it's full clearable.
It certainly is. That's even grosser. And then that's where your progression is in Meyer.
You know, I wouldn't put it past it. Hammer on Fighter Sword Vidi. That'd be great.
Oh my god. Feels like the cross key seat I had a couple days ago. It's Fire Rod on Vidi with the equipment that they have.
Amazing.
Although
up the mitts, and it is Quake Meyer. Let's go, boys.
Oh my gosh. What is this game?
The single arrow. Oh, and Andy's not doing it. Take the bait, Andy. Come on. Oh, do it for the lulz. This isn't the playoffs. Whatever. Come on, gamers. Let's go.
Instead, it looks like he's going to be heading to the Village of Outcast. So start there first.
He's making the right play. He's making the right play, but he's not making the fun play. So,
well, let's see if Blaine decides to make the fun play or not. And actually, Skull Woods is also clearable. Skull Woods is full
clearable. Yep.
And so is Thieves Town.
So Thieves Town not quite full clearable without that hammer. Can't get the big chest.
But you could just pray to everything prayable that's where the small key is.
Haven't seen a map check yet. Haven't seen very many maps turn up, but we do get confirmation that Skullwoods is a pendant. So we have that.
Okay, so we know that we know two of the pendants then for sure, yes, right? There's Swamp and Skullwoods. So yeah, because we know that Swamp Palace is the green, and we know that Skullwoods is either red or blue.
Dwayne gets that flute. He'll save and quit.
Let's see if he goes to Meyer. I'm kind of curious.
Oh man, that'd be so great. What a big boy play that would be. You got 3 bottles. Whatever. Cape.
There you go. You got cape. It's all good. At least now they have choice of where they go, which is nice.
Chat brings up the possibility of hammer in ice, and I just have to say, the last 2 seeds I've played, one of them had hammer in ice, and the other could have but didn't, and I did it, and I did it when you were supposed, or did it when you weren't supposed to, and didn't do it when you were. So I would, that's a personal attack, and I would appreciate you not repeating it.
I will not. You will not hear from me.
Andy, use your potions.
I think the first chest in Swamp is just as bad.
I looked there too. Oh, it's just a green.
Yeah, but he could use that green though.
Use the B, Andy. Use the B. B strats. There it is. Down goes Moth for a pendant.
Or a shovel.
Shovel.
All right, so it is the blue pendant.
Blaine doesn't even look at Meyer, SMH.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Let's see if he goes to the front of Skull Woods or goes to the back like Andy did.
No, I mean, you go to the back first, but...
Even though you know it's a pendant?
Well... But there are 4 items in here, right? So the chances that neither of them is in the back when Mothula can't have a small key, right? is pretty low.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, both of them making that play towards Pendant Moth. Or Andy making it away from Pendant Moth. Blaine going towards Pendant Moth. We'll get a little high five here.
Yeah, let's see where Andy goes next. Obviously, he will clear the front of Skullwoods next.
Yeah, with that big key in the back. So we have seen 2 items in here. I think it was a big 20 in the vanilla big key chest, and then, of course, the shovel on Moth. There's item number 3 of our 4th bottle already. Bottle percent at 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's always nice, I guess.
I'm never saying no to bottles. There's our
Nope.
first key.
Especially on hard mode. Because there's some bosses in the Dark World that hit hard. Vidi, Cold Stare, Trinax, they all hit hard.
There's a
a
bow. That's our 4th item out of Skullwoods, and he warps out. Now, do you go to Meyer?
It's certainly a good possibility. Now to go to Meyer.
Bo makes it a lot more feasible.
Bo makes it a lot nicer, yeah, for sure. I think, you know what? I think that would be a gutsy play, and I would love to see it. But it seems like Andy's gonna do Village of Outcasts first.
The much more reasonable play.
Yeah.
There's a hook shot in C-shaped house. Seats starting to come together.
And we still don't know, other than the 2 pendants, what we are going to need to finish this.
I mean, item-wise, it's possible that we're just a sword and hammer away from go mode. Swamp is a pendant. We might not need that mirror.
It's always nice to know that. So I guess, yeah, we just need to know what the other pendant is. But yeah, we pretty much could beat all the other dungeons for the most part, other than a sword and a hammer. So
there's a bug net. So we're really in go mode now.
Yeah, we certainly are. But we get it after Aga, so that's no fun.
Yeah. Andy gonna put off Andy putting off Thieves Town without the hammer. I don't hate this. You've got the flute, you've got the mitts.
And the hook shot now.
Yeah, like, you've got a lot to do. Go look for the hammer before you go in there.
You know,
I don't mind it.
Yeah, and you got all of Death Mountain available. And so there's a lot of items up there with what they have.
Solsky, were you responding to me? It's like, I don't hate it, Solsky. I do. There you go. Andy's teammate Solsky in the chat.
I have raced against Solsky. He whooped my rear end.
There's our sword. Our master sword. So we are potentially just a hammer from go mode, pending TR medallions.
Or
at the 43rd minute.
And make it even better. Hopefully TR's a pendant. We don't have to go in there.
Tower of Hera and Desert Palace are our 5-6 crystals. That's good knowledge. We also still need desert access, that means. So we are going to need either the mirror or the book.
Correct. So Blaine is going into Thieves Town.
Again, this play defensible either way. We just learned about Hera. We don't need that map. Hype Cave, just absolutely nothing.
Yep, total's garbage.
We don't know whether Thieves Town is a crystal or not. It is map shuffle, and we don't have the Thieves Town map yet. Odds are, yes.
It's pretty high now. It's a crystal, right? Like, you know, there's one pendant that we don't know of. So I'd say odds are pretty good.
Yeah, odds are pretty good that Thieves Town is crystal. There's Ether.
There's
so
Ether.
That alleviates our TR worries a little bit.
Well, the second least important map in the game is the GT map. Oh, and there's our mirror.
There's our mirror from Lumberjacks. Whew.
Oh. Well, that's Desert Palace and Mire. So now we can do Mire and Desert together.
That may or may not be good. That mirror. You really didn't want to see that mirror, to be honest.
Nope.
Because now that hammer could be in the first chest of Swamp. Opens a whole lot else up. Hammer can never be on Ped. I think.
Even if the pendants.
I guess if all three crystals are if all three pendants are in the light world, then Hammer can be on Ped. But...
Well, if Thieves Town was a pendant and the small key was in the dungeon, I think Thieves Town.
No, because Swap Palace needs the hammer.
No, Thieves Town could be a pendant. No,
it could. In my other situation, potentially, yeah.
As long as you do some crazy stuff with, as long as the small key is where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. There's Bombos.
All right, so we have all three. Well, we know where all three medallions are.
Yep.
So as long as the small key is not in the next chest, we're good, and we know where the small key is. And we have shield completion now. Oh, there's our hammer. There it is.
So that's go mode there at 45 minutes. I do believe.
Yeah. That would be go mode for sure. And
that is really good for one Andy.
Yep. Well, yeah, chat making a good point. If TR is Ether, then he's got to get himself to Thieves Town.
That's true. But honestly, that could be good. So
he's gonna find out right now if it is or not. It is bomb mode. We are in go mode.
We are in go mode. I would imagine that some chests will be opened here. Obviously looking for big keys, but we're not going to totally go mode. Open up the chests there along the way for a tempered sword. Just make your life a little bit easier. But what a seed!
Yeah, it was like closed up, and then it just like.
Yep. As soon as we got to the Dark World, everything just opened up super quick. Everybody's really happy with the seed, except for Blaine's teammates in chat. What if TR is a pendant?
Oh my god, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know. I think I would have done, especially after getting the mirror. I think I would have done Desert and Mire, or at least seen what Desert was at the map.
Yeah, TR is long enough that I'm not sure I would have dove right into it.
No, I definitely would not have. I would have done the dungeons that I know I can, that you pretty much know are crystal now.
But my team got 5 wins in the open league, so what do I know?
My team got 0, so what do I know?
Those who can't do talk, right?
Exactly. I think I was the closest to getting a win in the cross keys match, but then Shovel was on Ped and it was just gross.
That's gross. Yeah, so Blaine Needs that mirror from Smith's.
Oh, my guess is
Might not need it. Might not need it.
no, I don't think you do to get to that hammer though.
Not to get to the hammer, but you know, if he finds the book along the way, don't need the mirror.
Yeah, and he's going there without the mirror, so he's gonna be hitting his go mode here shortly. And actually not having bombos is a good thing for him because
Yeah.
he's going to TR. Just another key for key, because why not in this game? Oh, there's bombos. I didn't remember it was almost on the doorstep of where it should be. So now,
Well, we'll see if Blaine gets sucked in.
I'm kind of hoping he doesn't.
Me too. Yeah.
I think I would gamble the TR as a pendant at this point and just
Especially because you're gonna have to come back up here anyway.
exactly.
Right?
So even if it is a crystal, you want to do it before GT. So do Hera, and then go do your Dark World check.
Because we know Hera's a crystal.
Exactly.
Like, odds are that it's a crystal, because odds are everything is a crystal.
Yeah.
But
if you could not,
in a vacuum at least.
if you could avoid going into, pendant TR and being sucked all the way to the back, just
And,
to the pendant drop, it's pretty,
Yep.
a
And
lot
Blaine
of.
is going to Hera first with that hammer.
And with the Hera pod, it just makes it even faster to do Hera first, and then, do Meyer, and see if you get your book out of Meyer. Looking for the big key.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
I did the Philly pot on this one. I don't know how to do all these fun things. Good foods.
I haven't learned that. I haven't learned this new one. I just heard the name of it for the first time earlier today. So I can do this, the super speed one. It's not that bad.
All right, so Laser Bridge having 10 sticks so far. And the compass to the dungeon he's in. It will tell him what the boss is, even though it's vanilla.
Master Sword Trinex, no joke, but Andy's pretty good at this, so he should be all right.
Oh, he'll do hammer shreds. I'm sure he's not doing Master Sword. He's gonna use his-
I mean, I'm Hammer Trinex is still not fun.
Nope.
But down goes Trolldorm over on Blaine's side for his second crystal.
I think Andy's done this once or twice.
Yeah, probably. It's easier from the back, I'm told. Just 2 hearts here.
Gotta be careful.
Andy, please. There you go.
All right, so is T? It looks like Blaine is gonna be heading up. Is he gonna go into TR or not? And is it a crystal?
It is a crystal. All right.
Well, like I said, I mean, I don't know if Blaine's gonna go in or not. I guess he is, or he's at least gonna open it. I wouldn't go in now. I would wait. But
I mean,
oh, I know.
Yeah, knowing what Blaine knows, I would probably wait, but it's not gonna hurt him. And the TR map was in Hera as well, so so who cares?
Yep. So he'll know that it's a crystal, so he's definitely gonna do it now.
Right.
I don't hate this play by Blaine, but like I said, since you know you have to do it anyway, you know, doing it later is not necessarily the worst thing in the world.
I don't know. I think once you know it's a crystal, just do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not gonna get like the only thing that you could find that would make it faster is tempered, so it doesn't make a big deal. All kinds of trash talk already between Big Dunka and Solsky in chat, who are going to be facing off in Game 4 of this series. That's right, and it's a good point that Blaine is not in Go mode. Blaine still needs the mirror or the book to be in Go mode, so it makes more sense for him to be doing this than it would for than it did for Andy, and it made plenty of sense for Andy to do it. So,
Well, it looks like Andy's gonna go and finish Pod. The question is where's the other pendant? We don't know where that other pendant is.
Yep, going to be a question here, but at this point, I think you bank on the dungeons that you can clear really easily being crystals, and then as soon as one's a pendant, you're like, oh well, okay, I lost it. But they've both been all the way through here, Pod and Eastern, so.
Yeah, exactly, because they were trying to look for ways to avoid Aga at that point, and then it was the only play coming out of Aga to get the boots, to get the everything else. So actually, not having the mirrors at this point is not necessarily the worst thing, because he won't be able to get the mirror check. So it's not the worst thing. And like
yeah, until book is mirror locked, right?
Yeah, that will be the problem.
And if Blaine skipped out on the Smiths on that first time around, you know, there's a lot that he can go do.
Yeah. He just has to hope that the mirror, the book is on his way somewhere. Because that would be his saving grace.
I could have just muted my mic there, but, you know, what's the fun in that? Mirror is on the blacksmiths.
And both gloves were locked behind the boots.
What a delightful scene.
But Pod is also a crystal.
No, that last chest in TR, just a big 20. That would have been funny if it were the book.
On to Eastern. That's the other problem for Blaine, because theoretically, you know, without the mirror, it is easier to do Pod and then Easter with the mirror. Without it, it's all more walking or running.
You've got the flute. It's not that big of a deal.
It's still faster without.
It's faster, but it's not that much faster. That is an overstatement.
Oh, maybe you're making a really good point. GT will be the other pendant.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. How could we have forgotten? Wayne with a nice hammer Trinex fight. Picks up his third crystal. Very nice on the Argus quick kill. And there's our third pendant on Armos Knights.
Yep. So the rest are all crystals. So Mire, Ice, Desert.
Yep.
Thieves Town, which we already knew.
Andy with some frustration slashes. And we're headed to Ice Palace.
Ice Palace is so much faster now with Icebreaker than it ever was. So
Yep.
it should be a, what, 1 or 2 minutes here? Maybe 3? Imagine if the book was in Mire the whole time.
Oh, man. All right, where is Blaine headed? Blaine is headed to Misery Mire. Here we go.
Well, for him, it makes the most sense. You know, at this point, he's got to find the book, and that's his most dense location he has at the moment.
Yep, he still needs that mirror or the book. We know the mirror is on Smith's. Have not seen the book yet. And Blaine's going to be headed into Misery Mire. Yeah, and Smith's is a really rude place for the mirror, right? Because, like, a lot of runners don't even, like, Smith's chain doesn't exist until you find the mirror at a minimum, if not mirroring flute.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's mirrorless Smith chain is probably one of the grossest plays, you know, at this point.
But unfortunately, it is one of Blaine's outs.
But he has no reason to really do that at this point.
No, he really doesn't. He's gonna clear all the dungeons he can. And he's still making the opening the chests that are along the way, hoping for a tempered sword. Make his life a little bit easier.
Yeah, Master Sword Silverless for him is going to be cakewalk.
It's a pretty nice cold stare fight.
And we are some Mario locked as well.
Andy buying the arrow upgrade. Let's go. Headed to Mire and Desert next. Oh no, you can't. Can you not do that in hard?
I
didn't know that.
know that either, apparently.
That is news to me.
I had no idea that you couldn't buy the upgrades. I figured maybe an expert, but certainly not hard, but okay.
All right, Andy headed to clean up Thieves Town here.
But he just needs that big key.
Yep. But Thieves Town, you got to go all the way through to rescue Blind from her cell. So, not going to be can bail after this big key here, and go straight to the back. But not going to save a ton of time.
It's the big key. So not a Godmire, which is good.
Yeah, that's good for Blaine. Should be getting a spooky action glitch here from Blaine.
Oh yeah, I love watching they able to do that.
Yeah, one of my favorite glitches in the game. Best named glitch in the game for sure. Blaine, please. There we go. Yep, book could absolutely be in desert since we know that the mirror is available.
Yep.
Using those Cape Master sword spins, cleaning it up with the bow. Really nice Vitreous fight there by Blaine.
All right, not bailed out.
I imagine that Blaine's next stop is going to be Ice Palace.
Yeah, that seems like a good play.
He just got a map for Ice Palace, so knows it's a crystal now. But everywhere that Blaine goes that isn't the Smiths or just bumbling across the book here, unfortunately, is time lost. Whoa. That was a missed flute there. Trying to blow the flute to set up the quick fire rod there in the first room of Ice Palace and accidentally gets hit by the duck. Rip.
Well, if the book is in here, then we know that the mirror was, hard required.
Yep.
To do desert, but we may not know that, just depending on where the big key is, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, Andy just getting the arrows out of there. Very heads up. Well, there's one of our 4 items in desert. Blue ruby on the torch. Yeah, those arrows for Vidi, of course.
Oh, there's a big key.
And we're out.
Yeah, because why, You know, he doesn't need the book. Like what you guys are seeing, please follow our runners. They have put on an amazing show for us here, both Blaine and Andy. So please give our runners a follow if you aren't already. They would appreciate it.
Andy, that's the ice rod. Very nice. Zero cycle on Landmo. And Andy is one crystal away, just a Misery Mire away from Ganon's Tower at this point.
Yep. So as soon as Vitreous goes down, if you guys want to start thinking about what numbers you guys might want to use for where the big key could be in GT. And you know, Wayne's still looking for that book, which at this point we don't know where it is.
Yeah, looking more and more like we're not going to find it here. 20 rupees in the Ice Palace big chest.
I was rude of that Zabra dude.
Wizrobe?
The electric guy. I don't know.
Oh, the Beamos?
Yeah. Oh, like as soon as
or you're looking at Wayne. I don't know.
Yeah. It was like as he started dashing, he just lit up. I was like, "That's rude."
Oh no.
That's rude.
So, can't really go mode this dungeon with the big key placement there. And Blaine with two really tight hammer shots. That was really nice there by Blaine. Good job.
Nice. That was a really clean, crisp, cold chair fight.
Blaine probably headed to pod next. We will see. Gonna have to save and quit here. Maybe Eastern first.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep, this is Eastern first, which is unfortunate for Blaine. And this is the, you know, this is, I think, objectively his best play, right? We don't know, no mirror. We don't know whether it's a pendant or a crystal, but it's pretty fast to do. So it makes sense. But unfortunately, skipping this was one of Blaine's last chances to make up time.
Yep. We can pretty much say that this is Andy's race to lose at this point.
Yeah, at this point, for sure.
I mean, unless something catastrophic happens, but I mean, they've gotten rid of most of the catastrophic things that can now happen in GT and etc. So those things would be his only bet, but we obviously, you know, it's his race to lose at this point.
Yep.
Heading up to the Armos, nice, and then we'll flute back and clear pod, and then we'll see where it goes after that.
Yeah, at that point, that's going to be the, that's going to be Blaine's decision there. Going to be probably too little or too late. After pod, I would think Smith Chain is there's not much left. There's not much else that's left there other than Smith Chain. At least lucky for him, the thing he needs is the first thing there.
Yep, exactly.
Could go up Dark Death Mountain. No, he's already been to.
Well, he already did all that.
Yeah, he did Hookshot Cave after TR.
I don't think he did Spike Cave, did he?
No, I don't think so. But you do Smiths before Spike.
Oh yeah. I'm just thinking the worst case scenario. But yeah, and either way, it still doesn't kind of matter.
And we're trying to set up Spooky there. The restricted major glitches way. Nice done. Nice job. Or the all dungeons route.
All right, well, on to pod, and then Smith Chain, and thankfully for him, it is the first thing, but
so often these races come down to just one decision. Both runners, and especially when that decision is very reasonable either way. Grab the Smith while you're walking by, skip the Smith because you don't have mirror, right? I've made both of those decisions dozens of times, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't.
We've all made those decisions. I mean, I have made it as well, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
That's Rando for you. But hey, Andy's got 7 crystals, which means he's headed up to GT, and we like to play a little bit of a game. Here, there are 22 locations in the basement of Ganon's tower where the big key can be. So put a number between 1 and 22 in chat. If you correctly guess the chest in which Andy finds the big key, then you win made up imaginary internet points, which, as we know, are the most important thing in the world.
Exactly. I'm gonna go with 6.
I'm a 9 man.
You're a 9 man. Okay.
9 is the most random number. I like the split here. The first 2 bets were 250,000 points on odd and 30 points on even. Really, really good job there, guys. I'm hedging. I said 9, but I'm taking it even.
All right, here we go. All right, going right. Number 1, triple bombs. Number 2, 10 sticks. Not a big key.
No choices either.
Nope.
You came over here, you hoped, you lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Head over to the left. There's a small key on the torch for number 3.
Good old Bob's torch.
Rip Bob.
All right, let's hope that Boyne goes to get the mirror now.
Let's hope. Number 4, a small key. Number 5 is a full heart. Number 6, the blue boomerang.
And number 7.
there's our big key.
If he
Number
had just-
7.
If he had just opened it in a different order.
There you go.
Number
7 was, as a matter of fact, the very first number that was guessed by Painzor. So GG's Painzor.
He gets imaginary internet points, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Where is Blaine going?
Hooray! Where you claim your free internet points, you get them right here. They're already in your free internet point account.
Oh, is he going to Spike? I think he's going to
He's
Spike.
going to Spike Cave. That's unfortunate. The nice thing about getting knocked off there is you get enough iframes to dash across the other way. The whole way the next time.
All right, into the gauntlet for Andy. And, oh, Blaine's got shovel. I forgot he didn't check shovel, but at least
I haven't checked that yet either.
at least that'll get him back to the village to get it to the smith, right?
Potentially.
Or not.
Well, you got to be in the dark world to do that. But yeah, now he's headed there now.
All right, so Master Sword Silverless is going to be lots of spinning unless
We got four chests still up here, so still could find a tempered sword.
you do, but yeah, I mean, if we don't, there'll be 52 spins that Andy's going to have to do to kill Ganon. 12 in phase 1, 12 in phase 2, 4 in phase 3, and 24 in phase 4.
It's a lot of spins.
It is a lot of spins. But of course, we do have to check this, a couple more checks, so before we assume that it's definitely going to be Master Sword Silverless.
Andy, that's a good question. Does Andy have any potions? I think the answer is no. Andy has no potions.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
So Torch Glitch will be critical.
I think Torch Glitch is kind of critical no matter what. I mean, that's a lot, you know, but...
With half magic, you're all right.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know Blaine didn't do dig game. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's interesting. Anything can, like, people, Andy doesn't need potions. Look, listen, Andy's really good at this game, right? Way better at it than me. But Master Sword Silverless can go sideways in any number of ways.
Oh yeah.
So
Andy's better than both of us put together. If we were put on a team together, he would.
I would say so.
Ooh, Andy gets knocked off. Even the best get knocked off with Troll Dorm.
And Andy is gonna try to kill Moldorm here to get that final chest. Blaine will be getting his mirror here.
And we'll be hitting his go mode, but too little too late for him, sadly.
Just a piece of heart, so Master Sword Silverless it is.
There are ways to certainly make it a little easier. You know, I've seen, you know, runners use Kana Samaria block to certainly make it a little easier. You know, Ganon in the right spot, you can get a bunch of doubles on him. So it's certainly not under any circumstances that Andy will have a problem, but let's see. But at least Blaine has hit go mode before Andy finishes. That's always a good thing when you're the other runner.
Yeah, you don't want that. That always feels bad.
All right, into Master Sword Ganon we go. I remember the first time I had to do it, it was scary as anything.
You know, it's not so much hard as it is tedious. You know, like it just takes a long time. If you practiced it, it's not that bad. Phase 2 is by far the most dangerous part of it.
Yeah, my first time doing it was just terrifying to me. I did do it. It took a couple of tries, but it was terrifying the first time I did it.
Andy getting helped out with the cape there, and a really good location for up in the upper right hand corner. Really, really nice. No magic though.
Yeah, so he's gonna really have to make sure that he gets that torch glitch.
I'm not sure that he can do this with this. I mean, with the lamp, he's gonna be damn near perfect. I don't think he has enough magic here. Did you find the arrows in Kefka's tower? All right, 2, 3, 4. We might see some Samaria refill. There's 5 and 6.
He's already got 6, 7.
There's 10.
He's halfway.
Yeah, these are really, really good lamp triples. These are not easy.
It just makes it look easy.
There it is.
In chat for Andy.
Get your GGs in chat for Andy. He is going to even up this series at 1 game apiece, getting the win for PugTrio. He's going to finish in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 37 seconds. GG's to Andy. Blaine forfeits shortly thereafter. And hopefully we're going to be joined by both of these folks here in the booth in just a moment.
Yeah, I mean, look, both of them performed well. I mean, it just was unfortunate where that mirror was. And
sometimes you go where the items are, and sometimes you don't.
Yep, this is Rando doing what Rando does best.
We are joined in the booth by today's winner, Andy. Andy, how are you? You're on mute, is what you are.
Hello, yes, I am
There he
on
is.
mute.
GG's, Andy.
GG's, Andy.
Thank you.
Your thoughts?
I dislike this mode very much. I never really know what to do with dungeons being a little more weighted. So it's always like a crapshoot whether you should do overworld or do dungeons. But I had a nice chuckle. Seeing the glove in the library and be like, okay, well, I'm expecting to not get boots early at all, and for these to be my mitts, and then to get my mitts from Lumberjack.
Hilarious.
I had a very nice chuckle.
Top tier early game from this seed, I gotta say.
Yeah.
We're also joined by Blaine here in the booth. GG's, Blaine.
Yeah,
Yo, GG, Andy.
GG, bud. We have to have a grudge third match, I suppose, now.
Yeah. Well, what's game 5? I don't even know the rules here.
Oh, well, let me tell you. I know how much you like Entrance Shuffle.
Oh, baby.
So it's a Retrant seed, Cross Keys Retro. but it's co-op.
Yeah, I'm definitely not taking part of that. So I guess we'll see each other next tournament.
You might have to. I don't know. I'm looking up the we've got Dunka and Solsky in chat arguing about modes for game 4. That I think might put you in game 5 if you're not playing game 4. So we'll see.
Oh,
See about
okay.
that.
Okay, we'll see about that. Yeah. We'll, I'll get the admins on the line. No, but this is fun. Stepping in, get to play Andy in a mode that I don't hate. Like of the choices, I think this is what I would have chosen too. So, just unfortunate that my early game was kind of weird, and then we had all the items, so I tried to kind of push it a little bit, and I mean, it wasn't the worst thing that could have happened.
Sometimes you go where the items are, and sometimes you don't. You know, like
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody like this is not exactly a mode that's been played to death. So, does anybody really know what the proper amount of overworld is in it? I don't know. So, I tried to not do anything too different than I would in a normal seed, and kind of could see myself just passing up the Smiths in a regular non-MC shuffle seed with all the items that we had by that point, and Death Mountain waiting, and
Yeah, the hook shot being in Village of Outcasts really made the Smith play a big like question mark compared to
Yeah,
like a definite thing.
it's tricky, but who knows? I don't know what the proper play is in this. So
Yeah,
it seems
my prep for this was looking at Dunka's 10,000 spoiler log page and being like, all right, that's what I expected. I'm ready.
It was correct. Skullwoods was loaded, so you had to go there.
Yeah, I think the first 4 dungeons I went in all had progression. Thanks Eastern and Hyrule Castle and Pod and Skullwoods.
By the way, Wayne, you were saying checking with the admins. Drossi, one of the league admins, is in chat, and he says that admin ruling, Bwayne is playing game 5, and we will rig games 3 and 4 to make sure that it happens. So, buckle up.
We're giving the people what they want. I mean, who can argue with that?
I also think it's funny that me and Bwayne literally flip-flopped from our SGL race, where my early game was weird, in that I hovered the East Death Mountain and got progression, and it threw me off the logical chain. And then I forfeit walking up the GT stairs as well.
What goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Bwayne, I have a question. You did something that I don't see people do very often, which was you second-guessed yourself as you were walking to Aga. You saved and quit. And you bailed and you went to do Agahnim and Bottle Vendor instead. And I feel like most runners don't make that choice. They start making a choice and they stick with it. Can you take me through your thought process there?
My thought process was literally, as I was walking there, I said, oh, wait, this is not in logic yet, because we have the really stupid fire rod logic for dark rooms, and it just confused me. And I realized as I was walking there, like, wait a minute, I got lamp out of back of escape, and I'm not in Aga logic yet, so I got to go find something else. Otherwise, I would have just gone straight to Aga. Or if I knew the mitts were there, obviously I would have gone straight to Aga too. I was a little worried. I know that's burned Andy recently, and I was like, he's probably scouted those mitts, so even if he was in the same situation as me, he'd just go Aga just to get it out of the way, kind of thing. So I was worried about both of those, but yeah, I realized incorrectly that hey, this isn't in logic yet. Let me go clean up the stuff that I don't have yet. A little unfortunate. I obviously this dark room logic has been around forever, so there's not really any excuse to not know it. But just add that to the pile of stuff that I inexplicably don't know about Rando.
Yeah, I think it might have taken me a little bit longer to realize that if Eastern wasn't my last location, where I was like, okay, well, something has to be in these front, 4 chests. And then I only got the fire rod, and I was like, what? I'm like, huh, yeah, I guess that's in logic, huh? But yeah, this is a gross opening into literally everything in 10 minutes after you got those boots. So... but yeah, GG's. We still got Solski versus Airy tomorrow, I think.
What mode are they doing? Have they decided
They
yet?
are cross keys.
Cross keys.
Game 2, yeah. Or
Yeah.
whatever the
Game 3.
Pendant is. Yeah.
Power. No, the wisdom. The wisdom.
Yeah,
run.
this
Saturday.
was the power match.
This is
Oh,
the
it's
power
Saturday. Sorry, I thought I keep
Saturday
thinking
noon
today's
Eastern
Friday.
for Solski v Dunka, or excuse me, that's Solski v Error in cross keys there, and then Solski Dunka in game 4, it's looking like. So, all right. Well, gentlemen, thank you for putting on an entertaining show for us. GG's to both of you once again. Thank you for joining us for the interview.
GG to both of you. Well done.
And GG.
Yeah, GG to Andy. Thanks to you guys behind the scenes making it happen. It's fun to kind of make a guest appearance here. We'll see if there are others.
We shall see. Thanks, guys.
Mhm.
Nitro, that was a heck of a run. That was a heck of a race.
That was. I mean, who would have thought the mirrorless Smith chain, which nobody likes to do, would be the deciding factor? But it was in this particular seed, and it was very, very. There was no early game decisions that were like one way or another, because you had to get essentially the fire rod to then go through escape to get your lamp to go do Aga, and then get all the rest of your progression for go mode in the dark world. So it just, the way the rando placed the items in this seed, it was very linear at the beginning, and then it opened up sort of for both of our runners, and Andy made the call to go to the mirrorless Smith chain, and Wayne did not. That's kind of how this seed went.
So often these races, especially between top runners, come down to one decision, and today was no exception. Well, it was a delight working with you. I would love watching this race between two powerhouses of rando. Thanks very much to Scott G239 behind the scenes for clicking our buttons, the tracker. And to Diesel Pilot, who helped set up the restream today, and to everybody here at SpeedGaming as well. There is one more race tonight, I do believe, on this here channel, or this here family of channels at the very least. That is at 11:10 Eastern Time tonight. Right here on SpeedGaming Prime coming up. That is another league match, Skull Kids versus Magliacci. And that is Gamachu versus Orange coming up there in just a few minutes at 11:10 Eastern Time. So check that out.
I hear Homemade Beer and Mindium are commentating that, so that'll
I've heard
be
of those guys. I
think it could be a powerhouse. So I think
it'll be fun.
I'm gonna sit back and watch that and enjoy.
I'm gonna grab some dinner. So thanks for watching, everybody. Stick around for that league match there. Gamma versus Orange should be a barn burner over there. So thanks very much for watching and from here on SpeedGaming, and have a good rest of your evening. Take care, everybody.
Good night.